Hey everybody, I'm Gabe Fletcher, founder of Detailing Growth. Today's date is May 3rd, 2024, and this is State of the Industry. Today, I'm going to explain what we're seeing in advertising and search across the industry and how many businesses are driving straight for the cliff that runs into a straight drop. I'm watching it happen firsthand. I also just want to be really clear that this video is based in data of what we have from all of our own research on all of the accounts and websites that we have under management. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you what we're finding and what the next move is going to be. In addition to, you're going to hear some things you're probably not going to be a fan of, some of them related to pay-per-click advertising. Just know that all of the things being mentioned here in this video are really important as a part of a full 360-degree marketing plan. What we're going to do is explain to you what we're seeing, and then we're going to tell you how we're going to change everything about what it looks like to be a business in this industry. We're going to help you build your brand authority, and we're going to help you become the expert in your market with less reliance on pay-per-click advertising. Now, let's talk about the current state of SEO across the industry and decision-making that we're seeing. I have now seen several businesses completely gut their focus on organic content and focus on scaling through just PPC infusion. And all they've been doing is pumping every available dollar they have into pay-per-click campaign. And let me explain why this is a really horrible idea. Because now people think that the road to scale and growth is just through top-line revenue generation. What's happening is that they're now increasing over-reliance on pay-per-click advertising. Now, instead of focusing on organic, they're now prioritizing PPC. And this is where they put all their money, instead of investing the time and energy into organics. What people are doing is they're choosing marketers, they're choosing agencies that don't focus on organic growth. They just give them a templated website, right? So now what's happening is they're just being stuck in a sea of same, right? And what does that mean? They're getting duplicate content across their website. This means these websites are no longer optimized for search. And with the way AI is moving and changing search results, being optimized for search and organic ranking is now going to be one of the most important parts of your strategy. Now what we're seeing is people, instead of focusing on their own organic platform and winning in their local market, they're dumping all their money into pay-per-click. What your organic content has the ability to do is demonstrate why you're the best. And that's why it's quite possibly some of the most important time and energy that you'll ever spend in your entire business. If you cannot communicate to clients that you're the best and that they should choose you because you're doing absolutely amazing work and you are better than these other shops, then the only thing that people are going to do is they are going to hit the back button and ghost you before you get to talk to them, or they're just going to shop on price because that's all that they've been given. All the market data now indicates that more and more people are valuing who's going to give them the best experience. Experience is everything. It also ties in with your unique value as a business. The experience and unique value are the same. They go together. They do not exist without one or the other. And it's your job to communicate that. And you can't do that on just ads. Because don't forget, once you invest all that time and energy and money into PPC and then algorithms change, because that's a thing we live with, when those algorithms change, all of the gains that you have gained on this past year will now be worth nothing when the algorithm now values a new metric, because that's the point. They change the algorithm so that the only thing that it does is pull money out of your pockets and puts it into theirs as effectively as possible. So right now we're seeing Google advertising up 17%. This is pretty normal. Google advertising rises every year, year over year. However, there are larger problems at hand that we need to be aware of. Year over year, Google's now down 4% versus 8%. So that means they're about half of their trajectory growth for Google advertising in that specific department of Google itself. Across the board, cost per click continues to go up by 13%. That's a big jump for year over year. So what we're seeing here across accounts under management is that they're spending between 13 and 15% more this year versus on average. And that's with accounts that have a lot of optimized data in them. The biggest problem that we have now is that the chickens are coming home to roost. Let me show you why. This right here is a Google ad account that's been monitored over a year, and majority of them look exactly like this. So this right here, this bar, this intersection, and you can see it's where the cost starts to trend upwards in comparison to the impression share, right? So we can see cost continues to go up. So this is going up, 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 and now we've got impression share going down. And it's been this way since September of last year. And that's when everybody started to feel this. And this is why this is happening. Previously, when we ran ads, we had a pretty decent amount of data to put ads together. We used to have a really solid data set to put ads together. Like if I'm going to draw a funnel, my horrible funnel here, right? So the funnel was this wide. So this is how much data, all of this in here is what we had to work with last year. And now here we are in 2024, where data restrictions have been significantly increasing. We're now limited to first party data only for targeting purposes. Almost all of the original styles of targeting purposes have been removed from both platforms. So now instead of our data track being huge, now we have this much. So this is all we have now. What we're doing is we then have to narrow that, right? We have to narrow that down so that way we're getting in front of the target audience, because this is, we want the right guys to go in. We want the right clientele to make it into the funnel. There's a bigger problem now than just data restrictions. Previously, when we would look at this, there were only so many advertisers in your market, right? You and 3 competitors is all the people that were really putting money into advertising within the last year, previous to September of last year, right? And that's what this looks like. You're one of the 4 shops where these ideal clients are going to go to, except now you've got all these other shops popping up and they all want a piece of it. So now there's less or the same amount of people coming through the funnel, coming through the demand pipeline, and you've got 5 times as many advertisers in it besides you. So that means our pull is going to be significantly limited. And if you want to run it so that you're only talking to the as highest of qualified people as possible, however qualified that can be with a search ad, now you're talking about a lot more people that want to get fed. So while there may be demand for these services, spending on advertising has created a situation now where it's artificially moved in the opposite direction. So now the demand for the clients that you want to talk to is significantly elevated, and you can't get a hold of anywhere near as many because there's so many people advertising that now ad costs are now going to go through the roof because there's more people. And what happens when you get more people that want something, right? Supply meet demand. The money that the advertisers are going to put in are going to continue to go up because they can only fight over the limited amount of space that they're given. The problem with this is that all people are doing is just putting money into the pipeline, and they're shooting ad costs way up, and they're not generating any more revenue. So all that they're doing is just spending their capital. And that means that newer businesses are going to suffer more than the businesses that have been here for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. The one thing I want to say is PPC is still a viable growth option. It's still a viable inbound option. The whole point of this is to say, don't put all of your eggs in one basket and stop building your business on PPC, inbound marketing. As a service business, you have to invest in organics. Focusing only on inbound leads from pay-per-click advertising is how you become like a drug addict, in that it's never enough and the supply chain is always moving. PPC has its place in your whole marketing plan as a part of an omnipresent approach. It can't just be 1 or 2, it's all of it together is what makes a successful marketing plan. These are the actionable takeaways that you're going to be able to put in play and start to pivot so you don't get buried when more algorithm changes this year. Get into organics and SEO. Avoid low effort and cheap agencies. If you're paying $100 to $150 a month for a website with SEO, I can pretty well guarantee that you are not getting any SEO. If you want to talk about your organics, let me know. Be more than happy to have a conversation about that. And if you send me a message and send me your website address, I will prove that to you immediately that you're not getting any SEO for that $100 to $150 a month. Another big takeaway from this that you can run with this year is implement changes quickly. Speed to implementation. You do not have time to wait. Please put this at the front focus of your mind moving ahead into next week and into May. Now, Detailing Growth has been working on something for this since the beginning of the year. Actually, it was right around November of last year when we saw this happening, because the official marker point for when that chart changed was in September, and my job's to look at data all day and to look at those trends and watch them happening. And when I saw it start to shift and go the other direction, and ultimately the crosses kept getting wider and wider and wider, I said, okay, it's time to fix this. This is going to be through Detailing Growth's exclusive precision authority system. So we focused on building a program that's designed to dominate local SEO. It's going to cover everything you need to create a tactical dialed in message plan, everything you need to get all your videos taken care of, all your social media taken care of, and to put the absolute full stop brakes on this insane over-reliance on pay-per-click advertising here in 2024. This is about protecting you as a business and ensuring you have the solid foundations to grow on. This is going to be through Detailing Growth's exclusive precision authority system. If you want to have a conversation about what the precision authority system is and what it's going to do, please send me a message. Thank you for listening today, everybody. This was a really important topic that I wanted to talk about and make sure that got out there in front of everybody. I hope to see everybody soon. Make sure you come and see us at Window Film Revolution in August down in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We hope to see you there.